iSupport Asset Functionality. iSupport's Asset functionality enables you to collect and record information about any type of item. This information can be associated with a customer and pulled into a work item. Asset fields and layouts are tied to asset types, which classify similar assets. All asset records must have a designated asset type. Set basic options and create asset types via the Feature Basics screen. You can enable count tracking and scanning, create custom fields to track information applicable to your organization, and utilize maintenance and warranty notifications for an asset type. Count tracking enables unit count, unit label, unit cost, and unit price fields to appear in the asset screen if the type is selected. When an asset with a specified type is selected in a work item screen, the number of units used can be entered to decrement the unit count. A low unit count notification can be sent when the minimum unit count is reached. It is sent on the schedule of the Asset Unit Count Tracking Agent. iSupport includes a default asset screen layout with a comprehensive set of fields for tracking asset information, but you can redesign it via the layout screen to include fields and tabs that are specific to your company. You can assign different layouts to different asset types. There are several ways to create asset records that represent the assets in your organization. You can manually create asset records via the Asset Entry screen. If your asset data is kept in an Active Directory, LDAP, or remote database source, you can use the Data Source Integration feature to import one way and synchronize asset records. If your asset data is kept in a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, you can import asset data into iSupport's asset database. The Asset Creation Wizard enables you to create more than one asset record automatically. You can enter data to populate asset fields in all records created and display prompts for entering data unique to a record. iSupport's Scan feature collects hardware, software, and service details automatically on non-Windows SNMP-enabled devices on your network, computers with Windows 98 and above, or any other WMI-compliant machine. WMI must be installed and active. Defined devices can be scanned automatically on a scheduled basis, and you can select 2 scans and generate a side-by-side comparison. You can also enable asset records to be automatically created for machines that are involved in scheduled scans. You can enable network monitoring of devices and display monitoring results via the Asset Monitor component on the desktop. Monitoring can detect if a device is offline, disk space is lower than a specified minimum, or a service is not running. If a device is flagged, a notification can be sent and an incident or problem record can be created. Asset scanning can be done dynamically or scheduled and run automatically according to an asset scanning and monitoring definition, which defines the hosts or remote machines to be scanned and or monitored during a specified start and end time. You can specify a range of IP addresses, domain names, or an Active Directory path. Scheduled scans run on the server on which iSupport is installed. You can now generate a QR code via the Asset and Configuration Item screens. This is similar to the barcode option, but with the QR code, the URL to open the record is included in the information embedded into the QR code. You can scan the QR code for an asset and then click the link to open the record for the scanned item. You can also scan a QR code to add an asset or configuration item to an incident, problem, or change via the mobile interface. You can use asset rules to change asset record values, execute a webhook, and send desktop and email notifications when specified conditions based on asset record fields or events are met. You can use or copy and modify iSupport's default notifications, or you can create custom notifications. You can use service contract functionality to track and restrict incidents and changes associated with assets. If you have the Service Desk edition, you can utilize predefined asset types with associated vendors and products for purchase requests. You can enable automatic creation of asset records if all of the expected quantity for a line item on a purchase order is received. If you have the Service Desk edition, you can associate configuration items to utilize data in asset records for views, reports, and correspondence. Relationships between items can be displayed via the Relationship Viewer component on the desktop. That's it for an overview of iSupport's asset functionality. If you have questions, be sure to consult the online help. Our support team is available for a more in-depth walkthrough. Contact them by email at support@isupport.com and by phone at 360-397-1099, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. PST, Monday through Friday. You can also go to mysupport.isupport.com, iSupport Software's technical support website, to chat with support representatives, submit and view incidents, search the knowledge base, view facts, submit ideas, and participate in the user discussion forum.